So we're here at Computex 2018 in Taipei, and we are brought to you here by MSI, and they, in exchange, asked us to check out a few key things at their booth this year so that we could pay attention to everything that's going on with them. And of key importance in this specific video, we're going to be taking a look at all the amazing new monitors that they just announced, also some of their pre-built systems that they plan on launching, including a case with tempered glass. So that's what's coming up in this video, but first let's thank the rest of our sponsors for bringing us here to Computex. Our Computex coverage is brought to you by Wootware, Palette, and Fantex. Check them out at the links in the video description. Also, big thanks to MSI for sending us here to Computex 2018. We're excited to show off what their true gaming brand has to offer on display this year. So obviously when you think of MSI, monitors don't typically come to mind, but the company is looking forward to changing that, and they had a couple of new models on display that hopefully will get us thinking MSI when we think high-end gaming monitors. So obviously at CES, the company launched their MPG-27C, which was their RGB gaming monitor. It has RGB on the front, has RGB on the back. It was one of the first that actually made it to market that displayed everything that you needed to with the colors that you want. It's a 27-inch curved 1800R 1080p monitor with a 144 Hz refresh rate and a 1 millisecond response time, and comes with FreeSync, has 2 HDMI in and 1 DisplayPort in as well. Then from discussion with the community regarding the RGB monitor, they realized that they had great technology, but some people weren't buying it because of the RGB, and that's where the MAG-271CR comes in. It's the same as the previous with all of the same specs, 27-inch 1080p, 144 Hz, all of that great goodness, but with no RGB. It's just very a plain aesthetic, which allows you to get the same great monitor without as much screaming gamer at you. But then they also included a headphone hanger that you can pull out of the side of the monitor to rest your headphones on, which is a great feature. Then they also were showing off a prototype super ultra wide, the 49-inch 32:9 insanely wide monitor. It has a resolution of 3840 by 1080 with a 4 millisecond response time and a 144 Hz refresh rate. Obviously, this was a prototype. They wouldn't tell me when it was coming to market, if it was coming to market. Obviously, this screams of the Samsung monitors that have been released in this past year. So it'd be great to see MSI also competing in this space, and hopefully we can get more variety going in that we could definitely see this super ultra wide beauty, which will be amazing for content creation and having things side by side by side. And then lastly comes the monitor that I am most excited for, and I think you guys will be too. So this is a 24.5-inch 1080p display. It has a G-Sync panel, so this is going to be MSI's first foray into G-Sync, but then it also has a 240 Hz refresh rate, but then it has a half a millisecond response time, not the 1 millisecond that you're used to seeing on these things. 0.05 millisecond response time. It's non-curved, has slight RGB on the back, has 1 HDMI and 1 DisplayPort in, and honestly guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this monitor. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I want to see if this is going to be great. This is a TN panel, whereas the rest of the models that I mentioned today are VA, also known as vertical alignment. And then on display, powering the monitors that they had on hand were their pre-built systems. So that's the Infinite A, which they announced last year at Computex, has a Core i7, has great graphics card potential, has tons of RGB, tempered glass. It's a beautiful looking chassis. They also have the Trident A. So Trident was their small form factor lineup, but one of the issues that they had with that in the previous, and not issues, just something that they wanted to correct, was their Tridents could only take their mini ITX graphics cards. So they redesigned the Trident to become the Trident A, fit a full-length graphics card, so that's up to a 1080 Ti, non-mini. Any 1080 Ti should be able to fit, most 1080 Ti's rather. And then it comes with up to an i7-8700, 32 gigabytes of RAM, either 450 or 600 watt power supply, has RGB and tempered glass. It's a beautiful looking pre-built that is coming out from MSI, and it is definitely a decent upgrade over the previous smaller Tridents that they had. And that's going to wrap it up for our overview on the monitors and pre-built systems that MSI is launching or announced this year at Computex 2018. Be sure to let us know which one is your favorite. Do you find a use case for super ultra wides at all? Is that something that you're interested in? Shout off down in the comments or in the community Discord. Link will be for that will be in the video description. Also, while you're down there, don't forget forget to hit the like button to show support for our videos. Be sure to get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech related and Computex related content. And big thanks again to our sponsors, Wootware, Palette, MSI, and Fantex for sending us here to Computex 2018. We couldn't be here without them. Anyways, I'm Brett with the UFD Tech channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.